Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys a lip blush treatment on myself. So I'm going to be telling you how it feels, what I'm doing as I'm going along. So if you like these videos, please press the subscribe button, feel free to comment. So this is what my lips look like before. So I did do a scrub on them because I had some dry skin and I've been moisturising them. So them little areas there is just where I kind of scrubbed off all the dry skin. So if anyone that's got really dry skin, obviously you need to moisturize and get that off, because when they heal they do go dry and the skin kind of peels off. So if you've got dry lips to begin with, you don't want to try and put pigment into them top dry layers, because when it peels off there's not going to be much there underneath. But I've already prepped my lips, so now what I'm going to do is put some numbing cream on. So just pop my phone here, if it will stay up. And I'm going to put some Emla on, and I'm going to leave this for a good half an hour, and I'm just going to top it up if it starts to evaporate. And I can't wait. So some of you guys that follow my Instagram would have seen my before and afters I've been putting up, and I've been using the new Tina Davis range, and the pigments are really good. So I'm going to do pink coral on me because I've got some kind of bluey cool tones to my lips. So I need to use a pigment that's going to heal warm on my lip colour to stop it from going too kind of bluey. So I'm just going to put some cling film on now, and I'm going to leave this for half an hour, and then I will show you guys the next step. Okay, I've just taken the cling film off and my lips feel pretty numb. I've only had numbing on for 20 minutes. I normally numb clients for 30 minutes, but for me, they really feel numb. I know Emla doesn't numb up everybody the same, but I'm going to start pre-drawing the liner and the white pencil to outline them now. Okay, so I have just pre-drawn my lips, which was really hard when they're numb, and I've outlined with the white liner, so this gives you an idea of what the lips are going to look like. Obviously it is a blush, they do fade between 40 to 70%, so it's not going to be this strong colour, and I'm still going to need to do a touch up in 6 weeks time, but this just gives me an outline to follow, and the Emla is starting to wear off now a little bit, so it's probably best to do the pre-drawing first and then put some numbing cream over the top, and then just gently try and remove it and then just clean up, because otherwise the Emla is going to wear off. So I'm just going to start. Okay, so chosen my colour, which is Pink Coral by Tina Davis. I've put some into my pigment cup. So I just want my needle to be a little bit out, not too far out. You're not going to be able to see that, but it's only a tiny bit. I'm going to dip it into my pigment, let it suck it up. Going to wipe the tip, and I'm going to start outlining. So I'm looking in my mirror, hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to put it down to number 2 actually. And I probably, with clients, I start on the top lip first because it's more sensitive, but I've just gone straight in for the bottom one. so it feels a bit sharp. I obviously would stretch the client's lips a lot more, but I don't want to smudge it all that I've done. I'm trying to stretch it so that I can still see the line. This side I'm feeling it a bit more. It could be the pressure and the way that I'm holding the handpiece. It's a bit harder than I thought because I have to have the handpiece straight. I think I've done quite a good job at lining the bottom one. Now I'm going to go on the top. I know this is going to hurt more. I should have started with the top, but lesson learned. Okay, so the top one. That's the most sensitive part. it's quite hard when you can't, because when you're actually doing it on a client, you're holding the skin down and stretching it, and you've got, where with me I'm free-handed, so I can feel my hands is like shaking a little bit. I'm just going to pause this while I finish doing this side here, and then I will come back to it. So now that I've done the liner, it was a lot more difficult on this side. I'm going to do the shading in the lip. I think I'm going to start with the top one as well. So I'm just going to go along and shade that in, and then I will come back and show you. Okay, so I've just shaded in the lips. So it's a bit smudged because I was drooling, because I had to keep my mouth open like this. So I'm just going to put a second numbing cream in now. There's a separate numbing cream that you would use on once the skin's broken. The Emla only pre-numbs it for a little bit before. So I'm going to give that a good 5 minutes to get in there numb, and then also what I'm going to do is grab an ice pack with a clean plastic wrap on it and put that over my lips and literally let it ice them and bring down the swelling. And I will show you when I've taken it off. Okay, so I've been icing my lips for about 10 minutes. This really helps because they feel like they go really hot and just like they're on fire. So this ice has really helped us cool them down and bring down the swelling. So I'm just going to wipe the pigment off and just reline my lips if I need to, see how the pigment came out the first pass, and then if not, we have to do it all over again, 2 to 3 passes. Okay, so I've just wiped off, and there's some, you can tell on the lip that there's pigment. The liner in some areas it's taken, some it hasn't, but I think that's more to do with when I'm doing it on a client, I'm obviously holding the lip, I'm stretching it, and I'm able to do it, where with myself I'm not, I'm free-handing it. So I'm just going to go over the liner now and try and get that perfect, and then do some more shading in on the lip. Okay, so I've done a good 2 passes. I've gone over the lip liner because my lips is looking quite swollen. There's the tiniest amount of a little bit of bruising on the bottom there, but that's why we can't put a lot of numbing cream on, because it can make your lips bruise, and we put the ice on in between to help the swelling and bring it down and kind of numb it. But yeah, the lip liner looks quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. There's a little bit on the Cupid's bow, but I'm not going to keep going over it because, one, I don't want to make the liner too dark when it heals, and 2, the swelling as well. The lips may not be completely even now because of the swelling, and that is the most painful part, that little bit there. So in the touch up, when I come back in 6 weeks time, anything that hasn't healed I can go over and work on that. But I'm just going to fill my lips in one more time, shade them in, and then I will show you guys what they look like at the ends. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see the liner. So you're getting a close up my nose as well. yeah, so the liner, and then the full colour. I'm just going to put some, let me zoom back out. So I'm going to put some vitamin A and D ointment on. And aftercare now would be, so for the next couple of days, not to have any spicy food, any heat, don't have like a hot cup of tea or coffee, like press it on my lips because they're going to still be like quite swollen and I don't want to put heat on them. I've got a cold ice compress here that I'm still going to just put over for another 10 minutes. You can do that at home as well. And just pop the balm, so every day you can put it on as many times as you want, and it's just going to help heal them. What happens is you'll get like, they'll go dry and you'll get like dry flakes, and do not pick the flakes off because that's where the colour will be. It won't heal, so like where you can see the liner, where you can see like it's, the line's quite prominent, when that goes into the skin and it comes back through, it will be much lighter. And then at the touch up, I will just go over whatever didn't take, or like for me, I like the liner to be a little bit darker than my lips. Depends what the client wants. We can go over it again and darken it so it's more like an ombre, where it's darker on the outline and lighter in, or the lipstick look is where the liner and the lips are the same. Like there's no difference between them, and the liner would be much lighter. It would just be an outline and then you shade in. Cold sores, like normally I always do a consultation and a patch test before, but if you are someone that is prone to cold sores, you must take the medication before, because the trauma to the lips can actually make your body have an outbreak. So for me personally, I don't suffer with them. I think I may have had like one when I was a child, but it's not something that I suffer with. However, if I did wake up tomorrow and I felt a cold sore was coming up, then I need to ring the doctors or go into the chemist and get the tablets, not the cream. That you have to take the tablets and just hope that, you know, it is just the 1 or 2 and you don't have a big outbreak. I do know a couple of clients that have got are prone to cold sores. I asked them to take the medication and they didn't take it thinking they were going to be okay. And like one of my clients got 16 cold sores. She's actually my friend. She was okay. But yeah, she had to take the medication, and then she didn't want to do the touch up in case it happened again, which is explainable. Like nobody wants to be having that many cold sores, but it can be prevented if you take the medication before. Also, so how did I find it? So this was really good for me to do this on myself, because one, I can feel the pain. So if you're anyone that's got a low pain threshold, I wouldn't recommend it. It is tattooing. I found the liner not too bad, but the shading was quite, it feels like a very sharp kind of pain, if you like, and it heats and the lips just get very, very hot, and like as they're swelling. The liner as well, obviously for me, holding something that's vibrating without having anything to lean my hands on, very, very difficult. I'm actually really, really proud of myself for how they came out. I feel like somebody else could have done a worse job on me. And on the touch up, obviously I'm going to go over them again, but for somebody doing it on themselves, again with this vibrating, with nothing to put their hands on, not really being able to stretch the skin as well, I think I've done a really, really good job. Obviously I need to see how they heal in 6 weeks time. So, and also one other thing as well, so I was changing the needle depth when I was doing this. When I very first started, I pulled the needle out a little bit and I was doing it, and then after I wiped off, I couldn't really see the liner, so I had to adjust the needle, pull it out a bit more, and my pressure as well. So obviously on me it's hard, because when I'm feeling it, I can lift my hand off, but on a client, because you're kind of laid down and you know, I can kind of do it. Obviously if it's hurting, I can stop, like give you a break or something, but you know, I know the pressure, where on myself, every time I could feel it, obviously I was lifting my hand off, so it has been more difficult, but at least I know what it feels like to be a client now, so I know about the pressure, I know about the stretch. Also like the icing, we can't use too much numbing cream because of the bruising as well, so but the ice really, really helps as well. So this is just a video I did for you guys of me doing my own lip blush, and I hope that really helps. If you have any comments, you can leave them below, and if anyone that's watching this knows of any numbing cream that we're allowed to use in the UK, that is better than the EMLA 5 to put on first, then please let me know. But thank you for watching.